Let's see you grow your fucking head back.
Wait, I can fix it. I can fix it.
Fix what?
Medicom Toy have officially announced their version of Deadpool and Wolverine for the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 5 movie of 2024, set for a summer double release next year. Sooner than expected, as we know they do take their time on their releases, but we will finally see competition for the likes of SH Figuarts, Marvel Legends, and when eventually Mezco release theirs for the 1/12 scale. So let's start off with Deadpool, and I believe this is their first live action version, although they have done a few comic releases. Firstly, I want to point out Medicom have put full efforts into this, which is ultimately the one with the most accessories, starting off with a new bright colored suit, the standard look of the katanas and the guns. The suit seems to be the most neutral look, so nothing too dark or gritty for the final battle. And straight up, we have the opening scene when he digs out Wolverine's grave, so they have included the claws, so this automatically sets this figure apart from the other lines. The bone is also included to recreate that memorable fight, and it goes to show you Mafex are number one when it comes to including the most accessories if you think these are necessary. The standard guns to strike some classic poses, and the katana swords, as I mentioned, for your definitive Deadpool looks. But this isn't entirely a suit to match the final fight. They have thrown in the golden pistols, which is a great bonus and exclusive to this movie, of course. The TVA device is also included, which is also another extra bonus accessory. And remember, Deadpool always uses a pocket knife, so they have included it, and they've also included the hand knives, which we saw in the car fight with Wolverine. As an extra, Dogpaw is also included, which is something we haven't seen so far for SH Figuarts or the Marvel Legends. It may be a statue, but this is a nice addition in my opinion. The better choice over what Bandai or Hasbro did, which is of course they gave us Headpaw, and that was clearly based on early art and trailers, so Dogpaw for me is more important. As expected, plenty of interchangeable face expressions, so it'll either be heads or changeable eyes, probably the latter to mix and match them. And here is a full look at the full set of accessories, so this looks fully packed enough for all sorts of poses. And there is probably licensing issues for the actor, so no Armor's head sculpt is included for Wade Wilson, which was kind of expected as no company have done one so far. Which brings me on to the Wolverine. Finally, Logan dons the yellow suit, and straight up, this is a great sculpt. The Armor's head sculpt is the choice they have gone for, which I'm fine with since it does have the long sleeves. I do like this look and it plays a huge part in the movie, and I noticed there is the bullets to give it that accurate look. It seems like everyone, SH Figuarts, Marvel Legends, Mezco, and now Mafex are going for the long sleeves version, which I'm fine with as long as they've included the Armor's head sculpt. As you know, with the SH Figuarts, they didn't include it, although they did give us the mask. It should have been one with the short sleeves. However, I am slightly disappointed we are not going to see the final battle look of the Wolverine. Given the choice, I'd rather see the final battle look with the short sleeves as well as the mask version. I do like the Armor's head sculpts. I think there's a good variety of them with different expressions, and I would say Medicom have nailed the look this time, and one that's really setting the standards now for a lot of the live action characters. Although Deadpool included the golden guns as a final battle look, we may have to wait for them to release a final battle version of the Wolverine, although I would have thought they would have given us something like a swappable body, which is something we saw in the past figures. So both Deadpool and Wolverine will be big releases for the Marvel Universe, and I think this will potentially be the definitive versions in my collection. The release date is scheduled for June 2026, but we know there could be delays, but I do expect to have them in my collection this time next year. Check out my reviews of the SH Figuarts, Marvel Legends, and the ZD Toys Deadpool and Wolverine, as well as the other videos related to the line.
Holy shit! You save the good stuff for special occasions?